Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tai Chi For You. And I was talking about what I was going to do today to someone earlier, and I think, and the topic came up, I'm going to do sort of my top 5 favorites. And so I won't put them in any particular order, but my favorite warm-ups and some of my favorite moves that we've been practicing. So if you're new, don't worry, you can follow along. And what I'm trying to say is really make the practice your own. So that's important, especially, this time that we're kind of all just out on our own doing it. There's no classes or anything going on. But we are working on something. And the weather gets a little bit nicer. I got some spots kind of scoping out that we might be able to hold a class outdoors. So cross your fingers for nice weather and positive thoughts, and we'll have a class again soon. Looking forward to that. So when you're watching this, again, I say make it your own. By that I mean you can follow along with me, but you're really not going to learn it as much or as deep as you can when you make it your own. So my top 5 might not be your top 5. I do get responses back. I see people out, or I get an email from somebody and they'll say, oh, I really like, when we do this move or that. So, and some of those are in my top 5. But I've been talking all along, really, what Tai Chi is and how it's done. And we do it slowly. We do it with a purpose. It's done gently, and it's done in a flowing form. But you really want to get that concentration of power, maybe is one way to say it, or get into the zone. If that resonates with you, again, we don't get too hung up on words. There's a lot of, it's an internal soft martial art. And I teach it more for the balance and the meditation aspect of it. Where there is a martial art application, it's also done, obviously, people that have been doing it for a while, they see the health benefits. So it's a great way for de-stressing, helps with that mobility, that stiffness, that stress that's out there that we all encounter every day, really, when you think about it. You wake up, you try to set everything going forward in a good mood. So best way to do it is get up and do a little Tai Chi, do a little stretching. So before we get up, I just have my notes here, and I found this new button on my Facebook page. It's probably been there forever, and I can get a better idea of who the audience is with its age group, male, female, cities, countries. And I know I mentioned a couple countries, but I'm also in Canada, Spain, Sweden, Australia, and over 300 cities here in the United States. So thank you guys. It's really been a pleasure. I'm going to keep doing these shows as long as we can. And like I say, we'll be outside doing classes as well. So that might be a nice combination where you'll have more of me, I guess, if that's what you want. So anyway, let's get up, and I'll go over my top 5 favorite warm-ups. So you should have your water handy. Okay. And when we talk about just the principles or the basics, let's just go over the 5 bows. Hey, look how that number 5, play 555 on the lottery, and you might have something happen. So the 5 bows we talked about. And that is just a posture. And we talk about this being a bow, so we're not tight arms in or a clenched fist or anything like that. So there's 1, 2, and then we talk about the knees are slightly bent. 3, 4. The fifth bow is that one that's a little bit trickier. We might call it a pelvic tilt, but you really want to just use that imagination and visualize. It's called a golden thread, where the elongating the spine. So you're lifting, visualize that lifting up and dropping down with the tailbone. So if there was an anchor or a weight. Very good. And then you can add a bonus, the smile. All right. And I borrowed that from somebody. So it's a great thing to remember. Remember to smile. And again, that's just positive attitude. And we can just take a couple breaths in and breaths out. And I'm not going to talk a lot about the breathing. Just breathe normal, but try to take that deep, slow breath. Remember dropping it right down and then squeezing and get the stale air up and out. And then breathe in. Fill up the lungs. Exhale. And you can make a little sound. Well, use sound therapy. If you had some aromatherapy, you want to put a little orange or lemon, something. Maybe get a candle going. Whatever you like. You set up your space on how you do it. And we haven't gone over this much, but for this, the area that you exercise in is, you could call it a dojo. It's where we practice. And one of the theories is when you enter the dojo is that you bow in. And the bowing in is to sort of, it's a way of saying like, okay, I'm leaving all my stress, my worries, my busy mind back, and I'm going to enter with an open mind for learning or taking in wisdom, however you want to do it. But it's just maybe, start, just give yourself a nice little bowing into yourself, just to acknowledge that you're here to learn. Great. All right, so let's get right into my top 5. The ringing the temple bell. And these, I can't even think about how many times I've done this one, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great one to do in the morning when you wake up. It's not about how many you can do or how fast or that, full stretch. We're not doing any of that. This isn't a no pain, no gain. Really isn't, that saying doesn't apply in the Tai Chi. So, nice breath in, and I'm bending the knees. And this is just the basic one. This is great if you wanted to go up on the toes a little bit. But if you kept the glance forward and you're just sort of rotating on that golden thread that we have of the spine. And if you wanted to go a little bit harder, remember we're packing the chi, we're getting the blood flowing. So we're making that little cup, and because this is a power center here, we're putting the chi in. And we can go lower, higher. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 5. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And it's always important, we shake it out a little bit. And we can do some bouncing. Talk about that lymphatic system. We want to get that flowing, get that pumping. And we pump it by bouncing, by just moving, by squeezing and releasing. So that was the first one. Second one, another classic, the 500 claps. So we're going to talk, just follow along. And we're talking about how the energy flows. It flows up the arm. And again, I'm making that cupping. And I'm going down the inside of the arm. Now, if you wanted to build up a resistance and go a little bit harder with the claps, just like that, bring it up, breath in, breath down, or the lightly brushing and brushing, and even out on the other side, so it's up the arm on the outside and down the inside, up, down, or you can brush. And then we go to the legs. And the same idea, the energy flows down the outside of the leg. And if you can make it all the way down, you can bend your knees, that's fine, keep the head up. If you can make it down to the ankles, that's great. And come up the inside of the legs. If you need a bench or a stool to rest on, this helps you get to your ankle a little bit easier and come up the inside. Or you can go one leg at a time, down the outside, around the ankle, and up the inside. Good. Then we want to move to the back. This, go over this camera, I guess, where the sort of the kidneys are, this belt right here. And we just want to drum, not too hard. And you can just, again, make it your own. Good. And then we bring it around to the front. Now, where the lymph nodes are, there's a set of lymph nodes right in this, like the bikini line area. And we can start just, again, getting things flowing, getting the blood flowing, the chi. Anything that's stuck, we want to get it moving and get it out, released. Okay? Then we're going to move right into the belly. And again, with the cupping. And you can work sides and around. Or you can go straight. And then we're going to work our way up. And we're going to hit like where the clavicles are. This upper chest area. And this is a great place to get that breathing happening. And you can just thump right here. The thymus. Am I right? Good. And then bring it around to the base of the neck and up over the head. And again, at least 3 times. Okay, and then we go under the eyes, right here. This is great for getting rid of wrinkles. Gently, though, gently. You can use the pads of all 4 fingers or 2. Then we want to go under the nose. We talked about acupressure points in one of the shows. So we're using acupressure right now. We're just tapping. Good. And then we're going to support the arm and get it crossed and the cupping. And this, oh, everybody holds stress there. That feels so good. Remember to keep breathing. Now, I'm not trying to overdo it, and I'm not trying to be aware. I don't want this shoulder to go up either. So just keep it even, just like that. And you feel that zing. It travels. Good. And then we're going to even out to the other side. Good. Down. And then we're going to reach up and we're going to go down the inside. We're going to, another set of lymph nodes right here. You got like where the armpit is. Kind of stay a little extra on that one. And then just bring it right down the side. So again, you build up to where you want to really pound it right. You know, if you want to build up a little resistance, if you're, you know, hockey, sports, or whatever, where you might get hit right there unintentionally, down, switch to the other side. Or again, we're brushing. if that's, you know, your situation. You bruise easy, whatever, you're ticklish there. Nice breath in. Breath out. Good. And then we just go on with the fingers. And throw in a karate chomp or two. Get the wrist going. Good. Shake that out. Let's go into the fingers. Again, we just warm them up. The body likes to move in circles. And you could try going opposite or reverse. And then a little bit more with the wrists. Good. And then you want to incorporate the elbows, but get the wrists and the fingers going at the same time as well. And just a nice little circle around, circle out. Good. Throw in a quick couple of little shoulder rolls. And I'm giving you some bonuses here, some shoulder rolls. Good. Then let's go into the knees. So, gently, hands on the knees, and we just circle around. Keep the head up. Reverse direction. This is great. Glad you guys are getting this. Good. And then you could do a little extra bonus again. Get all behind the knees, around the knees. And all around the knee. Again, if you're out jogging, you know, you're just going to go for a walk, take the dog out. You want to warm yourself up a little bit, just like that. And let's do a couple of ankle rolls. Once we're out in the trails or in the woods walking, it's not always an even ground to walk on. So if you're loosened up, you might be able to prevent any damage, whatever. So shake them out, just like that. Bounce and shake. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The slow motion hula hoop. Again, a great one for circling. You don't have to overdo it, but have that conscious level or that in the zone type feeling. You can do your hands on the hips, but you want to just sort of, you know, stick them out and then bring the hips to the side, hips to the front, hips to the side, hips to the back. Really feel grounded with your feet too. Get planted right in there, get rooted. And then a few in the opposite direction. Good. All right, let's see. I told you I was going to give you a bonus. The open the door one. When we open the door, close. And with this one, you want to, if you can keep the arms up as high, like around the mouth, and feel that squeeze back, squeeze front, and then we go right into the lift up, pull down, lift up, pull down. Feel that pull. Feel how light they go up, pull. Now we're going to feel the weight pushing up, and just let it come down. And then push up, come down. We can push up, come down. One more, push up, and come down. Good. So that is a basic warm-up. You can make it part of yours. Some of the other ones that we've done, add them however you want to do it. How much time that you have during the day, break it up into little 3-minute things to do. So let's go into some of the my top 5 in no particular order. Come on in, have some pie. So we got the stance, we're open, and we're going to shift that weight into the front foot, that 70-30 shift of the weight. And the principle of this one hand is up, one hand is down. So we're bringing this hand up, And then we talk about shifting that weight, turning the body, hand down, hand up, shifting that weight, turning that body. Don't overreach. Just set right here, 70-30. Hand down, hand up. In and have some pie. And then we switch to the other side. So we reach up. 1. One more. Good. The one is called Wave Hands Like Clouds. It's probably one of the most popular ones you see, and I've talked about this before in movies and television, where there's people in the park doing Tai Chi, and they're doing wave hands like clouds. So what we do, we start out with one hand on the hip. We're in that horse stance, knees are slightly bent, and we do that weight shift, and we bring the hand up, and then we weight shift, turn the body, and then turn the wrist and drop it down. So it's up, bring it up, over and down, and then switch to the other side. The legs don't shift, the arm, over and down. So as I bring it up, it's about shoulder height, palms facing in. And as I shift that weight, turn the body, that's how the arm gets over to here. Now when it's over here, this is when it drops down. And it returns. And then we can add them both together. This is called walking and chewing gum at the same time. There is actually, the feet do have a move with this one. So it's out, in, stepping out, stepping in. I'll get one more. Stepping out, stepping in. And you can, depending on your space, you start out in the living room, you end up in the kitchen with this one. Good. All right, let's go into, this is the bow and arrow. So this one again, we want to bring it in 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and then we pull it out. It's opposite on the camera, so when I'm watching the thing. So we pull it back. We want to keep this arm up, and we want to reach out with this one. You can go closer to, 80, 90%, or, just make it so you're pulling, and they call it sword fingers, or you can just do an open palm with the feet are spread apart, spread out. Take a breath in, keep the back nice and straight, drop, and come up. And then we 3 times coming in, 1, 2, 3, to the other side. And you can gaze over the fingers. Try to keep that back straight. 1, 2, 3. And if that's as far as you can go, that's fine. Come up, but you want it controlled. Come up. Try to get all the way down. And this will help you with some of the other moves that we do. 2, 3. Good. Now, let's see, where are we? Eyes, cloud, bow and arrow. The opening move. This is a great one. I'm going to use the wall just to demonstrate with this one. Visualize we're painting that wall. So see how the wrist is relaxed. Good. We're getting some great camera tonight. So we're painting the wall just like that. But we want to get into our horse stance. And we bring both arms up. Breath in. And we're moving the chi. We're getting that flow. Pushing down. Pulling up. Feel that energy just dripping right off the fingertips. Feel that pulling it up right in that lao gong in the palm. We're pulling it up, and then we're pushing it down. And then we return to the mountain just like that. Let's do a bonus one of these. This one is the Sparrow skims the lake, where we palm, here we go, shoot out. He skims the lake. He flies straight up and comes down. Returns, and his buddy has a turn. He skims the lake, flies up, comes down. So shifting, turning. Keep that center line coming right down. And this one is actually, when we practice it a little bit more, it's called serving the tea. We serve the tea. We show the tea. Show it to the back. Bring it around without spilling. Serve. Serve. Show. Show the back. Oh, a little bit of spill. And good. One more. Serve. Show. Back. And serve. Good. All right. So that was the bonus on that one. Let's see. So really, we're talking about just that vitality and just being able to own something. So keep practicing. Own that lesson. Own every move that you do. Feel it, that internal, the chi moving. All those other organs and fascia and ligaments and tendons. Everybody has a part. It isn't just one leg doing anything. Both legs, the back, the spine, energy flows over. Let's finish it. We'll do the Qigong move. Where we step out, palms are facing down. Bring the energy up. Down the front. Bring the energy up. And we're going to give it away. Nice. Reload. Up. Nice. Just sort of bathe yourself with that nice energy. Bringing it up. Nice. Flush all the stale motions, energy. Get rid of it. Last one. Bring it up. Down. Bring it up. Down. And just wrap it all around. Good. Excellent. All right, guys. I really enjoyed showing that today. Keep liking, keep sharing, and we'll see you again on the next Tai Chi for You.